college, as Mr. Nishit Kumar just introduced. And the first thing is thanks to Care Immigration, Mr. Nishit, for organizing this. Due to organizing these kind of events, at least you are able to see us, you're able to ask us questions, we are able to clarify that, and we are able to get the college to you. So I'm privileged, and thank you so much, Mr. G, for organizing this.
Thank you.
About NIC, yeah, if you would want me to talk about
No,
NIC
no,
briefly.
of course. No, no, yes, sir.
Yeah.
I just share one of my computer graduates in 2009. We recruit students in NIC in 2009, almost 10 years ago in the NIC. He graduated from NIC and he got the jobs in computer IBM at Vancouver, and he is very successful now in his life. So we are very old success story with the NIC. Yes, I agree. Yeah, go on.
I remember that the last time you
Yeah,
were telling me about
great.
the student, and
Yes.
that is how it has been with NIC. That our references has worked for us rather than we talking about us. It is the students who are there that talk about us, because most of our programs are with co-ops, internships, practicums, and these are practical programs. These are not theory based where you're sitting in the class and listening to some classes. Rather, uh, most of them are assignment based. Most of them are practical oriented, and the co-ops or the internships which I'm going to tell you about uh, actually help students transition into the job market more seamlessly. To begin with, about NIC, yeah, we are a 40 plus year old institution, public institution, and we are on Vancouver Island, and the entire stretch of about 460, 480 kilometers. We are very prominent in the sense we've got about 4 campuses, one satellite campus. NIC boasts of about 9,000 plus students. Uh, Comox Valley and Campbell River are our international campuses. 600, close to 600 international students from 34 countries. And from India, we've got, yeah, the maximum, we've got about 350 kind of plus students. And the best thing, other than the institution, about the location that we are, is that we are in such a location which has got the most moderate weather in the whole of Canada. What I mean by that is, with us, the moment you think Canada, you think snow and cold. However, we don't get snow and we are not cold. What I mean by that is we are on the Pacific coast, on the Pacific Ocean, and that is what keeps us warmer. So if you are thinking of minus 20s, minus 30s in winters in Canada, with us, it is actually plus 5 in winters. Our summers are
Okay.
around 22 to 25. So it's very adaptable, relatable to students from this part of the continent, from India, to actually adjust to the climatic conditions. And it would not be a hassle for them. In fact, we don't get snow, but we do get rains, compensated by rains in winters. If you're lucky, you might get 1 or 2 days of snow in a year. And
Oh,
that's the most important aspect for students to understand, that they are going to a new country, a new environment, and here students from India would be very comfortable. Having said that, programs with us are primarily into business and tourism at the PG level, and at the undergraduate, we have got almost any program that you can think of. We have got university transfer arrangements, as with top universities like University of Victoria, which is ranked very high, and it's a guaranteed
uh-huh.
admission. We've got transfer agreements, dual admissions with Royal Roads University, with UNBC, with Emily Carr University of Art and Design, with anyone that you can think of. So coming to NIC for undergraduate students, business programs, tourism programs, BBA programs, diplomas, human services, digital programs, web and mobile applications. Most of them are 2 year programs. And that is what students from India are looking at, that you study for 2 years, you would be eligible to apply up to a 3 year post study work permit. And most business and tourism programs come with 1 semester of internship or a
Great,
co-op. And we have a
great.
placement cell, and generally we help students to get these co-ops. We train them, And it's a win-win situation for everyone. And most of our students transition into the job market very
Okay.
easily.
Okay. Okay.
This is
So,
briefly speaking.
okay, great, great. And I am really happy with those details. And I'm personally have been visited in NIC in couple of time. And this is nice, useful. So we have from the students in our sessions. One of students, Jilu Keyur Mistry from Maninagar, Ahmedabad. She is asking what postgraduate courses offered in Jan 21 or Winter 21. What is the postgraduate programs offered by NIC in Jan 21?
Okay. In business, we have post-degree programs in global business management, which is a 2-year program. We have a post-degree in pre-professional accounting, which is again a 2-year program. We have a global tourism and hospitality advanced diploma, which is a 2-year program. So all these are 2-year programs with 1 semester of internship. So you study for 3 semesters and 1 semester you actually work. And so this is how your 2 years are going to be. We also will have 1-year programs in marketing, accounting and finance, human resource management, international management, general management. These are the 1-year programs, and the other ones that I told you are the 2-year programs. The eligibility for our programs would be 60% and above in your bachelor's, and just in case you have done your master's from here, MCom or MBA, you can, if you don't have 60% and above in your bachelor's, but you have in your master's, you would still be able to apply to us, eligible to apply to us. The IELTS score would be 6.5 with no band less than 5.5. That's the requirement. Overall 6.5 with no band less than 5.5. However, for IELTS, we have got some scholarships. That is, for a 7.5, we would offer $1,000. And for 8, overall 8, we would offer $1,500 scholarship, $1,500. Now, we understand in the current COVID-19 situations, there's a lot of tensions brewing up in kids, and they're not able to get their results, they're not able to take their IELTS test, and they're wondering what to do, they're stressed. So we are adapting to that, and that is why we have come up with conditional offer letters. So if at all you have finished your 5th sem, you're still waiting for your 6th sem results or exams or anything, you will still be able to apply to us. And as to the English test, if at all you haven't given it and you are not able to take the IELTS test, then you can take the Duolingo test, which is a online English test, and we require 105. That's 105 scores in that, and if you are able to get that, you would be eligible to apply. Even for Duolingo, if at all you are able to get 125, then we would offer $1,000 scholarship for you.
Okay,
so
great.
This is the eligibility and IELTS requirements and the available programs in PG for PG programs.
Okay. Actually, yes. Okay. Any deadlines for a scholarships, or in a scholarship, student have to fill any particular different application form for a scholarship, or they can get immediate, or they can get normally from the college side?
They don't have to apply anything. Yeah, they don't have to apply for the scholarship. The moment you submit your IELTS results, it would automatically get added on to you. That is, in your first term or 1-year fee that you pay, this would be deducted automatically. So you will have to pay that much less. And it is once. However, having said that, once you're there in the institution, once you're there in the college in Canada, based on your performance, based on how you score academically, you would be able to apply or eligible to apply for multiple scholarships. It could be for academic excellence, it could be for so many things. It's only from here entrance financial awards are for IELTS, but once you're there in the college, there are multiple scholarships that students will be able to apply to.
Okay, great. So I think so, Jilu get that answer about their postgraduate courses offers in Jan 21. Okay, one of more students from Pune, Maharashtra. Hina Sandeep Punjabi. She is asking how many bands required in IELTS, and do you COVID-19 situations, does university or college accepts low band score, something like that, or they are equal like?
No. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19 situations, yes, there's no relaxation on that front. I
Okay.
already told you the IELTS requirement for a PG program. It would be
Okay.
6.5 with no band less than 5.5. Just so that
Okay.
you
What?
know, we have
Yes.
relaxed
Yes.
it on that.
Yes.
6.5, no band less than 5.5. For an undergraduate program, it's overall 6 with no band less than 5.5.
Mhm.
However, for certain programs, even in undergraduate, that is early childhood care diploma or some culinary programs, we require overall 6 with nothing less than 6. But for most undergraduate programs, it would still be overall 6 with no band less than 5.5.
Okay. Great. So I think so Hina get that answer from our college representatives. Now, one of more students, Radhika Amrish Patel from Bapu Nagar, she is asking uh, Associates of Science degree. What is the career for it? Associates of Science degree. After completing Associates of Science degree from NIC, what the job expects and how which field they gonna get a job from this degree.
Okay, now when I say Associate of Science degree, these are basically pathways to universities for a bachelor's degree. In
Okay.
Canada, bachelor's degrees are 4 years, as you know.
Mm.
Now, when you look at a 4 year degree, you can come to us, study for 2 years, and get
Mm.
an associate degree, and
Mm.
then go into the third year of the university directly with a
Mm.
complete block transfer of 60 credits. First year 30, second year 30, 60 credits of 2 years directly into the third year at the university. Now,
Okay.
generally that is meant for your university pathways. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
having said that, if you want to exit with the associate degree
Mm.
after 2 years,
Mm.
uh, if you are doing it in computer science, if you're doing it in any job skill related program, there are
Mm.
plenty of jobs. But if at
Mm.
all you are still doing it in, say, biology, you can
Mm.
continue into microbiology, biochemistry, or anything of that sort. You keep a wider platform open. But I understand after 2 years, you get an associate degree, you can exit with a
Okay.
associate degree, get a post study work permit, and then year of working or whatever, and then go ahead towards your PR, permanent
Okay.
residency. You can actually come back later and complete your degree if you wish to. But when it's a generic associate degree, then the jobs also would be general.
Okay.
It wouldn't be very specific. But if you are into, see, what I mean is associate of science or associate of arts degree will
Okay.
give you that base. For example, you do associate of science in computer
Okay.
science, in
Okay.
microbiology, or in
Yeah.
environmental science, or whatever. The
Okay.
ultimate aim is for you to get a bachelor's degree after that,
Okay.
so
Get
that
it.
you go into that stream. But if you are thinking, I would
Mm.
just want associate of science degree
Mm.
in
Okay.
computer science, then you might as well look at a lot of other IT programs that we have, or
Yes.
gain the necessary job skills and then continue with another 2 years of study into a bachelor's degree at the
Okay.
universities that I just mentioned. So you
Yes.
can take
Okay.
a break. So associate degree will
Okay.
give you a break and to
Okay.
get your post-study work permit, get your PR, and then come back to complete your degree.
So I think so Radhika get that answers, right? Okay. One of more student now in online they are asking questions like Purvi Prakash Shah from Gandhinagar. She is asking, I passed my standard 12th in CBSC board in biology in 2019. I have IELTS 6.5, not less than 6. What courses options for me after 12th biology?
Okay, the first thing is obviously if you are looking at a bachelor's degree, then you can come to us, study for 2 years, associate of science in biology. In biology, if you're looking at microbiology, biochemistry, or any of that sort, and then go to the university to the third year and fourth year. And I'm talking of University of Victoria. So most of our university transfer programs provide you three advantages, I would say. Number one, to get into UWEC would be very difficult. Very prestigious university, top 100, 150 in the world.
Yes,
So
yes.
through us, you are getting a guaranteed admission to the university, number one.
Oh, great,
Number two,
great.
yeah. So you study 2 years, you go into UWEC into the third year directly. Number two, with us, the tuition fee is almost kind of half of what you pay at a university. About $16,000, $17,000 probably a year is what you spend
Mhm.
with us. At the university, though, it would be ranging from $22,000 to $30,000 a year. So for the
Yeah.
first 2 years, you are almost saving half of your fee, or almost $35,000. The third thing is, because we are a college, again, a public college,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
class strength is not more than 30 students in every class. So there
Oh,
are no
great.
more than 30 students in every class, which means the professor knows you well, knows you by your name, and your fundamentals in the first 2 years are much stronger. You learn the basics, the fundamentals of the program much stronger. Because when you go to a university, the classroom size is about 100, 150 to 200, and you might
Mhm.
actually get lost in the translation. But having your foundations stronger in the first 2 years with us will make you more ready to get the advanced courses and into the third year in a very easier way. So three advantages for you by coming to us for your bachelor's degree, coming to NIC.
Great. Thank you, Ajin. Very nice information you are sharing us on a live sessions. And very detailed. You are giving a very detailed and completely the good and the satisfied answer for all the questions. Thank you once again. Now, still we are online, so many students are coming and asking questions. One of students from uh, Joseph A. Christians from Prahlad Nagar, Ahmedabad. I have TOEFL 92. Can I apply? Can your college accept from this score?
Yes, yes, you can apply. We accept TOEFL score of 80, 85 and above. So 92 is applicable. You can apply with
Great,
us.
great. So Joseph, you are welcome in NIC. So more information you can communicate our office, and we will share you how to apply and what the document process and everything for the NIC. Now, Nikhil, one of students, Nikhil Vasudev Patel from Ranip, Ahmedabad. He is asking if I want to stay at the hostel accommodations, then what the options and charges for me.
Okay. Yeah, one of the reasons in the introduction I did not tell all these things, just so that students can come up with these questions and then I can answer them accordingly. And
Yes.
by the end of this session, if at all some students, I don't get those questions, probably I will sum up all the other details that I'm supposed to be telling you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with regard to accommodations, students have got three options. Number
Okay.
one is called a homestay, a Canadian homestay, where
Great.
students get to live or stay with a Canadian family. They get a private room, probably a private bathroom, but they share the rest of the house with the family. That is the living room, the kitchen, and so they get to live with a Canadian family, and they get 3 meals
Great.
a day. And
Oh,
as you know, Canadians are really very courteous,
yes.
soft-spoken, and this becomes like they become like the local guardians, or they take care of them in that sense. Because for Canadians, it's international experience of hosting students from various
Hmm.
countries like India, China, Korea, Japan, and so many other countries, Africa. So they
Okay.
look forward to doing this. And this is also one of the best and the fastest way to integrate into a Canadian culture, to
Yes.
understand Canadian culture better. Because if you are looking at settling down in Canada,
True.
this
True.
would be one of the finest options. They generally come, if you share your flight details and other things, they pick you up from the airport.
Oh,
They
great.
take you around for shopping. They show you the place and all of that. And generally, students are happy with this kind of arrangement that costs you about $925 now. And we will help you. We will arrange this for you in the sense there's something called as Canadian Homestay Network, CHN. So we will put
Okay.
you onto them, and we will arrange this thing for you. Now, one of the things with students from India is probably you might not get along with the Canadian food, and you might still require your dal chawal. And if
Just
you're from
spicy
Gujarat,
one,
then
huh? Yeah.
yeah, spicy
Okay.
one. Or from Gujarat, then your khakras and theplas and all those things, right?
Yes, Ajit. You're
I
true.
do know. Though, so then you have an option of staying with them but cooking your own meals, which means you
Okay.
can buy your groceries, use their kitchen, use their fridge to keep your groceries, and you can cook your own meals. In that case, you pay them about $675 or $700 a month, and the
Okay.
rest of the amount you actually spend it on buying your groceries. The third option, which is again very popular with students from India, is independent living. And like I told you, we have got students from across India, from
Mm.
north to south India, east to west, kind of equal representation from all parts of India. And so students generally get together, they rent out a 1 BHK or a 2 BHK, one or two or three, four of them, divide the rent, they cook together, the cost goes considerably lower again. Again, it's a choice, independent choice, how much you are ready to spend, but still within a range of about $8 to $1,000, they are able to make their month. And as a student, students are eligible to work up to 20 hours a week in
Okay.
the part-time jobs after their studies, and most students do. So we've got Walmart to Costco's to superstores, BC liquor stores, a lot of restaurants. So most students do this 20 hours of part-time job. But a note of caution to all students uh, applying to any college in Canada or university, probably, especially about NIC, I tell this, that understand that the program structure is quite different than what you have been studying here in India. It's not
Mm.
mugging up the previous day of the exam and then reproducing it in the exam, because
True.
here majority of your curriculum or marks are done even before you write your exam, which means on
Yes.
a daily basis you have assignments, you got case studies, you got presentations, you got attendance, you got group discussions, and this is what gives you marks. Which means if you've got 4 hours in the college, you got another
Mm.
4 to 6 hours to be put in daily of hard work. So you got to know that there's a lot on your plate, and then your 4 hours probably of part-time job again during the day. So sometimes it stretches beyond 12 hours of work in a single day, and hence restrain yourself from exceeding your part-time jobs. Obviously, it is illegal, but make sure your primary focus is on your studies, and that is what will get you into real jobs, good jobs. And I generally tell this to students that your primary focus is to study. You are going to Canada to
True.
study and not to
For
work.
study. Yes. Yes. Exactly.
This 20 hours would give you a general Canadian experience, support your living to a very large extent, and that is how you
True.
got to look at it.
Great. Yes, and I have two personal recommendations if the students are going in Canada for a real no to Canadian culture, then they have to choose option one. Like they have to stay with the Canadian family, they can more adjustable with the and really trust me, the Canadian families are very polite, very cultural than us. Some families are very strict. They don't allow to not going outside after 8 p.m. like your family, like your mother, like your father. So that really that is what. So you have to at least experience to stay with the Canadian family. This is a very good option, superb options. It's my personal
Absolutely.
recommendations for it. Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. I also recommend the same. I'm sure Mr. Nishitji has got this experience, and whatever he's telling is
Yes.
right, because for you to understand a new culture, this is
Yes.
the fastest and the best way, number one. Number two,
Yeah.
for all the parents who are listening, understand that this is the safest option for your kid also,
Yes.
because
True.
the Canadian family that would pick your kid, your son or your daughter from the airport, would call you and inform you that we have picked your son. You would know that you don't have to go to drop them there. You just
Yeah.
put them on a plane here, they get down there, and there's someone to pick them up. And so it
Very
is
true.
pretty safe that way. And on a daily, anyway, Canada, I got to tell you that is the most safest country according to UN, number one safest country in the world. So obviously it is
Yes.
pretty safe, but this would be extraordinarily safe. Again, about
Yes.
NIC, the location that uh,
Mm.
we are a mid-sized city according to Canadian standards. We are not Vancouver. We are about 2.5, 3 hours from Vancouver. So if Ahmedabad is Vancouver, then we are Vadodara.
Yes. Great.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So we are not Surat either. We are not as small as Surat, but we are not as big as Ahmedabad probably. But somewhere we are in the middle, like Vadodara.
Well,
So it's a pretty decent city. The students, parents would be very happy. So parents who are worried about their kids going to Canada, know for sure they are going to be very safe with us.
very safe city. Yes, yes, yes. And even though, Ajnal, if you have to plan to send your kids after a 12th, right, means their age around 17 to 18, then compared to multicultural cities like Toronto, Vancouver, to send some low population cities like Comex Valley, NIC and everything. There are better options. There are really good options for them because the kids are not that kind of mature. Kids are not that kind of self-discipline, right? So those small cities are take care very good if the kids age are low about 17 or 18 years, 19 years. Then I will be prefer to low population cities like Comex Valley and everything. Yeah.
Exactly. That works out a lot more safer. Also, people or students are of the opinion or assuming that what about jobs? Will we have more jobs? Probably there are more jobs in Vancouver and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Actually, there's less competition and there are more jobs available
Yes,
with
true.
us. So, and it's a lot more easier.
Great. Okay, one of students, Princy Adarsh Dantani from Sahpur, Ahmedabad. She is asking, I completed my engineering in computers. So what options available or the courses suitable for me in a field of computers?
Uh, at the PG level, we have only business programs, and that I
Okay.
mean international business, accounting programs, tourism programs. So at the PG level, we wouldn't have anything into computers. However, we have a digital program, digital web and mobile applications development diploma.
Very good.
Technically, yes, it's an undergraduate program, but it's a very niche program, and
Hmm.
uh, it's all about programming. That is web development, game development, iOS, Android applications. You get to learn Java, Swift, PHP, and all of that. And I do have students from India who have done their engineering, who have done their BSc Computer Science, BCA, Bachelor's in Computer Applications, applying to this program, and they are studying in the program. Some of them have passed out, are working in Vancouver. So however, it's the choice for you. I wouldn't enforce it on you, but please visit our website, and on our website you will see clearly the details, the curriculum of this program. Because the digital web and mobile application development diploma is a wonderful program. A lot many job opportunities for this program as well,
Agree.
and the curriculum is framed by the industry. We've got about 25, 30 organizations who
Oh,
actually
good.
frame the curriculum and they give it to us. And then students have got practicums, they've got something called as a grad show where their profile and they create this profile and they showcase this in front of the uh, companies, the
Okay.
organizations. In fact, we have got standing instructions from companies. They want more students and we don't have any. All of them are
Oh,
employed. That
great.
is how it is with this program. So, the student who is inquiring, I would suggest please look onto this program on our website, Digital Web and Mobile Applications Development Diploma. Like I told you, it's all about web development and game development. There's a huge demand in
Great.
BC, at least Canada
Yeah.
as a whole, in BC.
Yeah, even though actually the nowadays the mobile and game development are a very famous, very growing industry across the world, even the India, and even when I talk about the IT sector, after some news coming from US, the US based IT companies planning to move in Canada, right? So if you are looking for the computer and IT field, it is the right time to start your study and finish your study as soon as possible from Canada to get that opportunity from the companies with the good salary pack. So yes, of course, I think so. Princey, get that answer. You have to available options in after finish your computer engineering in diploma courses at NIC. Okay, one of more students. Sonal Amrishi Waghela from Gandhinagar. She is asking how your college helps to me in getting job after I studied from NIC. What is means? She is asking about the placements. What is the placement facilities after finish the studies?
Okay, the first thing I would request you to do is, rather than me telling you, go on YouTube, type NIC job fairs, North
Great.
Island College job fairs. If you type this, you will see at least a 8 to 10 minute video, and
Oh,
wherein about 35, 40 organizations come into the campus. We organize a networking session for them with the students, and all students are able to talk to them, interact with them, socialize, network, and then they fix up interviews for themselves, and then they start working. We also have a career placement cell which actually organizes all of these, and all these companies are listed with us. And we are also a part of Comox Valley Chamber of Commerce. Like, for example, there's the Ahmedabad Chamber of Commerce. Likewise, there's a Comox
yes.
Valley Chamber of Commerce,
Oh,
and NIC
great.
is a part of it. And that is how we are relevant, or we keep interacting with the industry, and students have got access to all of this. And like I mentioned, that because we have internships, co-ops being a part of all our business and tourism programs, students, it's not optional, it's mandatory, it's part of their program that they study 3 semesters, and 1 semester they have to work. Now when I say they have to work, which means that one entire semester they are working in this organization. It could be from 14 to 24 weeks, that's 3.5 to 6 months.
Oh,
And for
great.
this has been a part of our system every semester, right? So there's some or the other batch getting into co-ops and internships, which means this constant buzz in the campus about companies coming in, going out, students going for interviews. So the placement cell is very helpful, and you just got to be in touch with them, and they would help you apply to multiple jobs. In fact, for most of our business and tourism programs, again, right in the first semester, we have a 15-hour internship workshop, which is mandatory. Now, this internship workshop is all about helping you build your resume in a Canadian context, helping you with interview skills, communication skills. How do you face interviews? Again, in a Canadian context. So, those of you who have got work experience here, probably you understand the Indian context of it. But this would help you how things are different or work differently in a Canadian context. So, we prepare the students right from the first semester. The co-op or internship would be in the third or fourth semester, but right from the first semester, the students start working on their resume, working on their CV, working on their communication skills, their interview skills. We just want to make sure that by the time they finish a second sem or third sem, they are ready, they are industry ready. And then they start giving interviews, they apply to these jobs, which we will help them to find, and they start working. And the biggest advantage being of internships or co-ops, a lot of students translate their internships or co-ops into full-time jobs,
Oh,
because
really good.
you've been working there for
Yeah.
3.5 to 6 months. They've seen you, they've trained you, they've paid you, and so for them, they're looking at you as a prospective employee, probably in a probationary period. And
Okay.
students understand that if they're sincere, dedicated, and focused enough, there's a
Mhm.
probability that they might actually end up with a full-time job offer. It's not mandatory, but there is a possibility. The second thing is, the co-ops or internships also provide you a practical platform to gain Canadian work experience. And employers looking at you know that now you have worked in a Canadian environment, and
Yes.
they would be more than happy to employ you. They would be
Of
more than happy
course. Of
to
course. Of
offer
course.
you jobs. So with this, because now you have references, 70% of jobs in Canada happen with references. I'm not sure if you understand this, but probably once you are in Canada, you will figure this out. And if you are a student without work experience, or without co-ops or internships, or without any practical exposure to work, at the most, the reference you might have is of your professor, maybe, who might say, yeah,
Mm,
you're a good student. But when you have worked in a co-op or internship, you have your bosses, you have your colleagues who would provide references to you. And that will,
yes.
in fact, enhance your possibilities of landing into a job in Canada. So the programs that are with us are so practical, focused for you to acquire job skills, and that is what we work towards. In
Great.
fact, in our tourism programs, the instructors, the faculties are restaurant owners or adventure company owners and resort
Oh,
owners. They are the
oh,
ones who
great.
are the faculty also. So they come with
Oh,
that practical experience. So probably they might end up hiring you also,
yeah,
that way.
yeah,
So
true. Oh, great.
that is how things are, or they are part of our association of employers. So the possibility and the reason I emphasize on business and tourism programs again at the PG which we have is the place that we are is for you to visualize. We are like a mini Goa, minus
Okay,
the traffic and that many people maybe. But we
okay,
have a lot of lakes and beaches, a lot of adventure sports, kayaking, skiing, canoeing, bear watching, trekking, cycling, a lot of adventure sports, and it's a big time tourist destination. The second thing is Victoria, which is a couple of hours drive from us, which is
mm,
also the capital of PC. The population is 350,000, but we get 3.5 million tourists every year. So
oh,
the
great.
entire place, Vancouver, probably you already know how big a tourist
Yeah,
destination it is, and
yes,
how it is known for business and IT. So the region that we are in provides you ample job opportunities, and we at NIC facilitate that to students.
great. So I request you, all our students, going in YouTube channel and search NIC Job Fair. So you will get more informations about the detailed knowledge, how the NIC will help you to getting job after finish a study, how they can take care of their students to get their jobs in their field, not some jobs which are not suitable for them. So great. I received today very informations about NIC. How can they help to the students for getting the jobs in their field? Great. One of students, Kalpana Amarish Patel from Vadodara, she is asking, does college celebrate Indian festival? Means there are any local community from India stay there in the location Comex Valley?
Okay, the first thing is the cultural committee or the Office of Global Engagement helps this. We have got clubs, student clubs, and now we celebrate almost every Indian festival. Right from there are students from Kerala, there are students from Tamil Nadu, there are students from Karnataka, from Andhra, Telangana, from Maharashtra, from
Oh,
Gujarat,
great. So
obviously from Punjab.
You have India over there, right?
Absolutely.
Actually,
So you speak of Diwali to Dashera to Holi to Onam to any of these festivals. All
great.
of these are celebrated in the college, and there are student communities for that, and it's a multicultural stuff. So it's not only India, but every state festivals there is equal
Great.
representation, and the
Yes.
students do celebrate this, and we
So
encourage them to celebrate this. Yeah.
so I think so. Kalpana will get that answer. Like yes, there are Indian communities staying in Comex Valley, and you will receive your festival, your happiness moment share with your students and colleagues over there. So yes, it is a good place for to study as
Yes,
well
and
as that
Kalpana,
enjoy. Yeah.
yeah, and something for Kalpana, if you can come, if you want a festival which is still not celebrated and you are keen on, probably once you are there in the college, you can start it.
Oh, great. Yeah. So look, the how the college are welcoming, huh? College are how the flexible they are to ready to accepting your culture and festivals and everything. Great. Okay. Now one of students are asking what the transfer benefits
Transfer
in
benefits in terms of
yes
to
in terms
university.
of yes to the university.
Okay, I think I mentioned it clearly. Three things:
Okay. Okay.
transferring to a university. For you to get into a university directly, uh, it's a lot of money. So
Hmm.
imagine
Same.
$22,000 to $30,000 a year. You're looking
Hmm.
at 4 years. You're looking at probably $100,000 or something like that, or
Yes.
$120,000.
Yes.
With
True. True.
this, you save at least $35,000. It's one.
Hmm.
Number two,
Hmm.
the advantage of getting into UVic, University of Victoria, such a prestigious university,
Hmm.
through us is possible with a guaranteed
Hmm.
admission. You got to get
Okay.
a GPA of 2.2 for bachelor degrees. For engineering degrees, you need to get a 2.3 plus GPA, and
Hmm.
you would be able to get into UVic for your engineering also. So for bachelor degrees, it is 2 years with us and 2 years at the university. For engineering programs, it's almost 1.5 to 1/3 year. That's about 44 to 54 credits is what you can do by if you want to get into engineering program at UVic. You come to us and then you transfer to University of Victoria. So for electrical, mechanical, computer science, biomedical, electrical, all of these engineering streams, you can actually apply to NIC and then transfer to UVic. So benefits, too many of coming to us.
Great. So, so most of questions, students and parents, we have to cover up. Now, still we are going to question and answer, but the representatives of the college has more schedules nowadays. Some of questions we are not addressing today. We will get back those students and sending the answer personally. Right, sir, you have to mention anything that you have to suggestion for students to next Jan 21 intake. Have you seen about it?
Yeah, I have to talk about a couple of things. The first thing is, due to the current COVID-19 situation, which all of us know, I understand students, parents, everyone is a bit stressed, confused, wondering how all this will pan out. We at NIC are taking extraordinary steps to address these, and the place that we are, primarily BC, has been least affected or very less as compared to rest of Canada. Also on the Vancouver Island where we are, we are seeing cases declining, or rather very less, and we at NIC, as a matter of concern, for this September is going to be completely digital. So we have got 3 modes of delivery for you to understand. One is digital scheduled classes, digital unscheduled classes, and third would be still on campus for certain programs which require on campus. Something like culinary would still be delivered, a part of it on campus. For Jan 2021, as of now, we are hoping that things should be fine and there would be a lot of courses that would be offered on campus. If not, it would still be online. Probably you can still come to Canada, take your classes online maybe. So want to tell you that we at NIC have been flexible in terms of providing you conditional offer letters. So even if you haven't got your results, you can still apply to NIC. If you haven't got your English, then take a Duolingo test and apply to NIC. We would take less than 2 weeks, or little kind of about 10 to 12 days to provide you with an offer letter. We would be very flexible with that. Care Immigration here has been a long-standing partner with us, and they are our authorized agencies, and they've been sending students to us. They would provide you absolutely authentic information, and they will help you right end to end, right from you applying till you get your visa. They would be taking care of you. And you have any doubts, any questions, please address them to them, and they would in turn get information from us. We have $100 application fee, and it's a completely online process. You don't have to actually step out of your house. You have to just scan. We don't even require notarized documents. You got to just scan and send the documents to them, to Care Immigration, and they will apply it on your behalf. They will work towards getting you the offer letter. There is one thing that I might want to add here for all business and tourism programs. So for most programs with NIC, math is mandatory in your 12th. And if you don't have, we get you to take an online math test, which is as simple as 8th, 9th, 10th standard math. So we will provide you the curriculum, we will give you a practice test, and it's almost 90-95% plus students clear. It's not very difficult. That is the only concern. But if you, it's an online, completely online test, free. We don't charge you for that, and you can take it from your homes, or Care Immigration here will help you take that.
Yes, true.
Other than that, all of you, take care, stay safe. We are hoping things should be back to normal, but even if not, processes are back in action. So that will not stop you. For example, even in this situation, we are able to talk to you address your concerns, address your worries if you have any, or questions rather. And we are able to do this, so not to worry. Uh, if you're keen to apply to NIC, first is obviously go on our website, look at the programs in detail. Each of our programs has got the highlights of the program, the curriculum of the program, cost of the program, and job opportunities for that program. Plus, go on YouTube, see videos of the college. Not only
Yes, true.
NIC job fairs, but look at videos of the college. A lot of students have posted, some colleges posted. You'll be able to actually visually see what it is like, and that would give you a lot of confidence. And then you can approach career immigration, and they would help you apply.
Thank you, Ajanil. I have to share with my experience with Ajanil. When my team of the care immigration and the matrix immigration has a several questions, little bit small question, then the representatives of the college are always ready to give you a answer on it. So आपकी और आपकी जो help की वजह से ही हम Ajanil ये सारा कर पा रहे हैं, और कोविड में भी तकरीबन 5 of students are already paid the fees to the NIC, और आगे भी स्टूडेंट्स और सर्च करते हैं और उनको अच्छा लगता है वहां पे पढ़ाई करना. वी आर रिव्यू फ्रॉम द स्टूडेंट्स हु ऑलरेडी स्टडीड ओवर देयर. They are very recommended. This is the place, this is the college, and your international office are located in NIC. It's really helpful with each and every student with the small questions or a big questions or the silly questions. They are always ready to give you answer. This is the extra help to the students over there. And thanks, you are share our your valuable time with us, and you give us a very detailed answer on our each and every questions from the students. Thank you, Ajni, once again. Through your help,
Thank you so much.
we are energizing. We are give you a more and more happy to send a student in NIC.
Thank you so much for organizing this, and thank you everyone who's listening, and those who would listen to this session later. Thank you so much, and take care, stay safe, stay home.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.